So, like I said, apparently male VTubers say that collabing with popular female VTubers is actually dangerous. I'll explain to you why. The reason why is because when it comes to like female VTubers, like let's say Hololive stars or super popular like waifu VTubers that men are just absolutely in love with, or women too. If they see a male VTuber with their their Oshi or their waifu and whatnot, it strikes jealousy in them because it's almost like, hey, that's my Oshi and whatnot. What are you doing, mess with my Oshi? Or yeah, it's their idol and whatnot, right? Let me teach you another fascinating fact. So imagine not imagine, sorry. So how it works with the mentality is that people's minds are tricking themselves into thinking that this VTuber is your fantasy waifu. Therefore, when you're watching a VTuber, let's take Gargura or like Mori Calliope or Zentreya, like any sexy ass VTuber, like Zentreya, let's just say, right? She's got like big tits, big ass, and like lots of people simp so crazy for her. Imagine if she starts to collaborate with a guy, and they do a lot of duo things, right? You would be surprised how many guys would kind of go after that one guy or tell him to screw off. And the reason why is because the whole VTuber thing is kind of like setting up a hallucination or an illusion in that person's mind where like, let's say that sexy ass VTuber is their wife in their mind. So therefore, if a guy is like messing, if a guy is like, streaming with the female VTuber, and he's maybe like being flirty and whatnot, or he's just like being silly with her and he's making her laugh, that's gonna make the audience really jealous. And it's gonna make the audience think that, oh my god, I don't have a chance with her, and realistically, they never really had a chance for her to begin with. But that's just how the whole VTuber fandom kind of works. It's not good, but it works in a really toxic way, and I feel like a lot of VTuber fans fail to realize that you should respect who your Oshi or who your female VTuber wants to collaborate with. Especially the fact that a lot of VTuber fans can't really accept the fact that their Oshi or their waifu VTuber are gonna start dating a guy. So let's say, and this also affects their career by a lot. So let's just say my favorite VTuber, right? Let's say my favorite VTuber, Matera Khan. Imagine if she suddenly opened up with, yeah, I got a boyfriend and whatnot. It possibly has the chance to kill half her audience. And I'm not joking. It's been shown many times when a VTuber or a female streamer, if a VTuber or a female streamer reveals the fact that they are dating someone, or that they have a boyfriend or a husband or all that stuff, half of their audience just perishes. Half of their audience disappears, because in that half of the audience, they were imagining, or they had the fantasy in their head that this person or whatever, this VTuber, was their waifu. So realistically, right? Realistically, it's not really a healthy mentality to have, but this is just a fantasy that mostly men trick themselves into. And why do they trick themselves into it? The answer is simple. They are single, they are lonely, they don't really have any friends, and I understand it. Me myself, as a guy who also has no friends, and I got friends online, but that's it. I don't talk to anyone in real life. I also like waifus. I also like all that stuff, but I'm not that crazy to put myself in that delusion, right? But it's I understand it though. I understand that a lot of guys tend to do that, and the reason why is just because, like, what, they're depressed and lonely. Like, that's kind of just the answer to that. So once again, you kind of, it's in a really bad state for female VTubers when they're popular, because their fans don't really let them have so much freedom once they become that popular, that is. So in general, I just hope that in the future, VTubers can possibly, female VTubers specifically, not male VTubers, female VTubers. I just hope that in the future, people can understand that their female, that their idol or their, you know, their Oshi VTuber can have a lot more freedom. Because remember, it's their life. They get to choose what they want to do, and they get to choose who they want to collaborate with. They get to choose how they want to stream, and they get to choose how they want to be happy. You can't control your streamer. You can't control your Oshi, your content creator, because if you keep trying to grasp onto your favorite VTuber or your idol and whatnot, if you keep doing that, you're eventually gonna drive them insane, or even like destroy their mental health. Which a lot of I've seen it happen to a lot of female VTubers before, where their own audience tend to like try to strangle them to death. And it's like, goddamn, just let them breathe a little, right? So it's like, it's really crazy, unfortunate. But I have seen female VTubers pull it off though. Like what was her name? There was that one VTuber that I've seen that usually mentions that she's married. I think Victoria. She's like the snake VTuber. I can't remember, but she occasionally mentions that she's married and whatnot. She's managed to be successful. Yeah, Victoria. Victoria mentions that she has kids. I think she has kids. She mentions she has a husband and kids and whatnot. So, and everyone accepts that. She still flirts with chat because it's her job, and everyone's okay with that. She raised her audience to be like that. So I feel like female VTubers who tend to get a date or a husband should probably learn from her a little bit, so they don't end up killing half their audience and whatnot, right? Or try to possibly slowly lean into it. I don't know. It's a really crazy situation, and it's really complex to work around. You just have to hope that if you're a female VTuber and you eventually want, you know, get a boyfriend or a husband and whatnot, you need to figure out a way to have your audience really understand what you want and whatnot. And you need to hopefully pray that your audience also respects you for your decisions and whatnot. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out.